Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. We made it. Welcome to the Bourbon Van's 2023 Advent Whiskey Tournament, presented by Bull Run Distillery and their extensive award-winning line of craft spirits. You look a little uncomfortable over here.
Went to the very back of the closet. Last item of clothing that I haven't worn yet, so I didn't want to repeat on the last day of Advent. And this fashion choice was made in Iceland several years ago. Somebody wasn't there to save me from myself. And it's really uncomfortable. It's really warm. This is going to be a quick video because the last thing I want to do is burst into flames on video here. This thing, it's trying to choke me.
There's only a few places that you could wear a sweater this warm, and I'm not sure it gets that cold here.
No, it's a terrible sweater. And I don't like anything about it. I don't like the fit of it. I don't like the way that it's attacking me. I don't even like the smell of it. Okay, what are we doing here today?
Well, I feel cozy, for one, and I'm ready to drink some eggnog.
All right, Eggnog Challenge. It is the last day of our Advent tournament, which means today we announce the winners, we deliver some stats, and we each picked a whiskey from the tournament, and we mixed it with some eggnog, and mine is here on the right.
Yep.
Yours is on the left.
Yep.
And are you ready? Should we start this up?
Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, dang.
That's pleasant.
Shoot.
It's very nice.
I needed a comeback this year. I'm almost positive that we're 2-1. You winning 2 years, me winning 1 year. There's a nice cherry note in here with the eggnog. We had some baseline eggnog before we started just to remind us what eggnog tasted like. This is good.
We haven't got into it for the season yet. Okay, first sip, very nice. I'm going to sit with that flavor, and I want to tell you a little bit about the tournament this year. We had 32 whiskeys sent to us, 10 ounces each, and fully blind. We had no idea what we received. So as the tournament went on, we checked every round to see what was the MSRP, what was the average proof, what was the average price. We started to think as the tournament went along that we were cheap dates.
We weren't.
It was the exact opposite of that. We were eliminating the most affordable bottles, although some of them did make it kind of a long ways. The total MSRP of all the bottles, all 32 included in the tournament, $2,148. And the average price per bottle, $67. And that's MSRP. We don't know what was actually spent on the bottles. Average proof in the tournament, 105.42 proof.
Oh, right where we like to do our drinking.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Average price went up every single round, mostly because of me.
Oh.
Because my winner was a $150 bottle. Your winner was a $60 or $65 bottle.
Not too bad.
Depending on which website you're looking at. So average price went from $67 in round 1, $69 in round 2, $70 in round 3, $91 in the semifinal, and in the final round, those 4 bottles, average price $95. So we did not turn out to be cheap dates.
At least it was under 100.
Looking for that silver lining. Proof-wise, pretty consistent throughout. 105.42 average proof to start. 105.93 in round 2, 103.05 in round 3, 106.51 in the semifinal, and in our final round, 112.5 proof.
Yes.
Your winner, 114, mine, 118.
Well, I guess we like to do our drinking more around the 115 mark.
Yeah, now we know, right? Are you interested in taking a sip of the second glass?
Yeah, I should probably drink another sip of this, but I liked the cherry and the cinnamon note. I thought it added just a little something extra to the eggnog. It was a good choice.
Pretty easy going. Surprisingly easy going, I will say. I'm ready to taste yours.
I'm nervous about mine. I'm nervous about it. Not from what's in it, but yours was a good selection.
Make sure I can actually swallow before I get choked out by my sweater. Ooh, yours smells good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. It's a bit more oaky than I would like.
It's nice. I don't dislike either of these this year. In years past, we've disliked some. I want to share the top finishers overall for both of us. 5th place in your bracket, Whiskey Burger.
Nice!
4th place, Allison Holgate.
Nice.
3rd place, Marty Whiskey Nose.
And the person that selected the bottle to go all the way to the final.
Yeah, that rye came from him. He knew his audience. What a delivery. Number 2 is Laura Baker from Baker Drinks.
Yay, Laura!
And the top scorer in your bracket, somebody by the name of Baby Big Danger.
Baby Big Danger! Love that!
Both of them will win bottles from Bull Run.
I love that Laura came in second and the number 1 Patreon. So perfect.
That?
Yeah.
That worked out great. The overall winner gets to choose which Bull Run bottle they would like. That's the barrel strength bourbon and the 15-year Pinot finished are the 2 bottles that you can choose from. And then in my bracket, there was a tie in here, and we'll get to that. But I want to say 6th place for me was our friend Peach Coke, who actually put this thing together. He wasn't actually eligible to win anything, but not a bad showing, and obviously he knew his audience pretty well. And then above him, in 5th place, well, tied for 3rd place, really, are 2 Patreons. That's Marty from Whiskey Nose and Charles Center, and we are going to have to figure out who wins there, and we'll do that in just a second. Eric Larson was also tied with them, Tom Eigel in 2nd, and Parmesan, Parmajohn. Great name. Congratulations, Parmesan. You are the overall winner, and now we are going to spin for it to see who takes this thing between Marty and Charles. We're going to spin. It's a best of 3, and here we go. Number 1 goes to Marty, it looks like. Number 2, here we go again, goes to Charles. Woo! So it's all down to the wire to see who our overall winner is gonna be for the Patreons here. And it is Charles. Congratulations, Charles. You have won the Patreon award for my bracket, and we will be in touch with you about that. Marty did so well in both of our brackets. He was actually, I believe, top 10 for both of us. And so I feel a little bad for Marty. We will do something to make it up to him. And I'm ready to take some more sips of this eggnog here. Do you want to tell me what your favorite part of the tournament was this year?
Well, I had a blast.
Yeah.
So I think what made this year especially fun was because it was 100% blind. We didn't know what bottles were going to go in. None of them were from our collection. Peach Coke put them all together in the bracket. So it was just really fun. So even as the rounds kept going, you knew you tasted something, but you had no idea what it was. And I had speculated along the way, like, I think it's this, I think it's that. And I never got it right. But at least I knew that I had 2 ryes in the final.
I think there were a couple of situations where you called things out that actually were pretty accurate. So I think you should hold your head up high.
I do.
Tasting blind was a real challenge and also a real gift this year. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There have been some suggestions that we should do this again in the summertime, in maybe
outside,
Christmas in July, an Advent tournament.
Love
or
it.
Van Vent. I'm not sure what we'll do just yet. Definitely not 32 bottles. If we do it, it'll be 16.
Yeah.
But we will be thinking about that throughout the spring here while we're on the road.
I have a couple things that I really want to call out. I thought that our tastings were really, I mean, I know as the tournament goes on, the tastings get a little bit shorter because we put so much work in the first couple rounds, but I thought we did a really good job on our tasting notes.
I was proud of it.
And it was basically like a blind whiskey review every single day for 24 days.
That's it. Honestly, it felt like 5-Sip Friday times 2 every single day, which kind of great. Like, I love giving a totally blind review. We're not experts, but our palates are coming along and they're changing all the time, as we saw during the tournament. Just all kinds of fun. I just loved that daily tasting regime. Maybe we need to drink more whiskey every single day.
I don't think that we need to do that.
The first round with the 4-a-days, that did get old after a while. One thing I want to call out is a huge thank you to everybody who gifted us the whiskeys that were part of this tournament, and also a huge thank you to Peach Coke for putting this thing together. And beyond that, everybody that filled out a bracket, everybody that watched the videos, everybody that commented and liked the videos, we can't tell you what that means to us, and it is fantastic for the YouTube algorithm. Very proud to say that every single one of these videos went over 1,000 views, and given how this tournament performed in year 1, I never thought we'd see the day where that would actually happen. So that's our benchmark for a quality video. It means that we're putting something out there that people want to see, and we're really proud of that. So thanks to everybody for watching the videos, and also an enormous thank you to Bull Run Distillery of Portland, Oregon. They were with us every step of the way. They've become very good friends of ours this year, and they donated 4 bottles to this tournament. They stamped their name on it, even though they weren't really sure what we'd be getting up to, and we can't thank them enough for doing that. there are still a handful of our single barrels available. Honestly, a handful. They're dwindling.
Fast.
Yeah, they're going fast. And you can get those at sharedport.com. But a huge thank you to Bull Run. If you want to support Bull Run, buy a bottle of Bull Run, sharedport.com, or wherever you can get one.
Visit the distillery if you're in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely support them because they supported us this year. And if you want to support the channel, YouTube is great, but Patreon is really the engine that keeps the van running. That's how we keep this whole rig rolling all the time. We love our Patreon community. Exclusive live streams out there, some videos, lots of content that you won't see anywhere else. Honestly, this channel wouldn't exist without our Patreon community. We can't thank all of you enough. And go join patreon.com/thebourbonvan. As little as $3 a month. You wouldn't think that that would make a difference, but honestly, it makes a huge difference to us and to this channel. Advertisement over. I'm ready to...
You did great.
Did I? The sweater seems to think otherwise.
You're starting to sweat because of the sweater.
It's a lot, yeah. I'm having my last sip or two of the eggnog here. How are you feeling about the eggnogs? Do you have a strong feeling one way or another?
There's things that I'm like, ooh, this is now leaning towards that, or ooh, this is leaning towards that. I like this a little bit more. So I'm almost ready. Something different that we did this year that we didn't do in past years was we had live streams every week because we had filmed ahead of time. Since it was blind, it needed to be completely recorded so we could edit the videos. And then that led us to be able to do the live streams every single week just because then we weren't recording while we were going.
We weren't exhausted every day.
Exactly. And so that was really fun. Another thing that I really enjoyed, which they don't enjoy, is that we had a friend submit brackets, one for Phil, one for me. And if he would have flipped those brackets, he might have got towards the top on both of them. And so I found that kind of hilarious. And when it came in, we were like, oh.
I remember seeing those brackets come in and going, well, he's going to be disappointed.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think I'm ready too. I'm going to say it doesn't really matter and I don't really feel strongly about it.
They're both great for different reasons.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. How about that? Julie wins the eggnog challenge this year. I loved the nose of that. The oak on the nose was great.
Yeah.
And there's a peppermint kick near the tail end of the palate. That's really nice. It's great for the season and enough whiskey flavor and aroma to satisfy, but not enough to kill that eggnog flavor. I thought it was great.
The exact same thing. I thought it tasted like there was some whiskey in there. It had those notes of like the oak that I really liked. This one, towards the end, it started to turn more like cherry cough syrup.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why I was like, ooh, there's just a little bit of something in there that was just... that turned the dial to the right.
A little not pleasant.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I liked it. I think it's delicious, but I just thought mine was better.
I thought yours was better too. Okay, so I'm going to let you know what it was that I had in mind.
Sure.
This was a Russ D whiskey from the tournament, of course. Tumblin' Dice High Rye Bourbon. 117.9 or 118 proof. The highest proof bourbon I've ever selected for the Eggnog Challenge, I believe.
Do you want to know what mine was?
I can't wait.
So I feel like I cheated a little bit.
You went with Penelope Toasted.
I went with Penelope Toasted.
I
went with the number one. Like the first year we did this, we had the Elijah Craig Toasted, and it won by just like a landslide.
It dominated.
And so I was trying to decide between Nulu and Penelope, and I couldn't remember what the Nulu tasted like, and so I just threw the Penelope in there. And for like weeks, I've been just like, did I make the right choice? And I guess I did.
You've been thinking about it that intensely for that long?
I have. I was like, I should have picked something else.
The things that we do for you on this channel.
How did you know it was Penelope?
That oak nose kind of gave it away. Like there's a little bit of a marshmallow there.
Yeah.
Elijah Craig did so well that one time, I just assumed that you would take a toasted bourbon again.
Which is exactly my thought process.
It's a little bit like cheating, but we don't mind that much. Well, that's it. That's the end of the Advent Tournament for 2023. Thank you again for watching. We hope that you had as much fun as we did because we really had a great time. Next week, we are going to tell you about our favorite bottles of 2023, and then there's a whole lot more coming in 2024. We're going to be on the road a lot more, and we hope that you enjoy some outdoors content because that's what we enjoy the most, and there's going to be plenty of it from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. That was still a good choice.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thanks for watching all these days. Was your whiskey hand-selected by the Bourbon Van? If not, it should be. Click the link below in the description and get yours today.